Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. New year means new project. Last year I have finished project under the name of 365 self-portraits. For this year I decided to come up with something similar but not as intense. Today I'm gonna share what is my 2023 photography project is about and show some results from the month of January. This is also a self-portrait project, except instead of taking photo every single day, I will be taking photos every week, meaning that every month I have to complete 4 different shoots and come up with different concepts for these shoots. All of the photo shoots that I'm gonna do, I will be shooting on film, and this is the only restriction that I put on myself. As far as gear and film, those things will be determined by the actual concept. The goal here is to get better at film photography, specifically in more challenging light scenarios, and learn how to work with flash, slow shutter, long exposures, and all of the things that I can come up with. So far, this project doesn't really have a name, and let's say the working title is Film Portrait Project. It's very creative, I know, but it's not the most important part. I think the name will come later as I go, and I'm not much bothered about it. So let's check my results from January. First shoot that I did was this one. I already shot something similar around Halloween time last year on digital, so I decided to create something along those lines on film. This was inspired by a Netflix series Dahmer. While the storyline was quite disturbing, to say the least, I think that cinematography, styling, light design of those series were very well put and it looked beautiful, so I just got inspired by that and decided to create my own fictional character. For this shoot I have used 2 strobes with yellow-orange gels on them to create that warm orangey yellow light. Also I've added some smoke here. I have shot 2 rolls of film here. One was fresh Portra 400 and another roll was expired Portra 400 VC in 220 format. Both of them were metered at, I think, ISO 200. While I've metered them exactly the same, we can see that expired film did not hold that well if comparing with the fresh one. The camera that I've used for this was Hasselblad 500 cm. To trigger my camera, I have used this self-timer. I already showed it on this video. I'm gonna attach it somewhere here. What this thing does is you just do this. Once the time is up, it triggers the camera. I have seen people use those shutter release cables. I don't want them to show on my images, that's why I don't like them. Moving on to shoot number 2. This one was kind of spontaneous. Initially, my idea was to shoot in the studio, use some color light and all of that stuff. But the weather was so nice, so I just decided to go out and shoot some portraits on location. Again, I've shot with Hasselblad, and for the film I've used Kodak Gold 200 and metered it at 100. While these images are not my favorite, they are not terrible either. Although I have to admit I really like this one. It's my favorite out of whole set. I just like it because of this conflict of my outfit and surrounding, which I find pretty cool. Shoot number 3, it was quite a disaster. The concept was very simple. I just wanted to create some black and white, grungy looking images. For the light, I went with using strobe. And of course, my metering was way off. Half of the roll turned blank. I've metered at ISO 800. Film that I've chosen was T-Max 400. Camera again Hasselblad. I know for sure this is not a gear problem. The flash indeed was going off every single time I triggered my camera. Anyways, I've learned something here and it is what it is. For this one, I was inspired by one of the latest videos by Jamie Maldonado, where he shot some old expired Ektachrome and cross-processed it in ECN2 chemistry. I really liked his results, the way colors turned out. So I decided to give it a try as well. Well, I am not a fan of slide film at all. And I think this is the only way I will ever shoot slide film again. I decided to play around with some bright colored lights. I've chosen pink and blue. I had two light setups here. First one was just using strobe with pink gel on it. And second light setup was mixing this kids lamp blue light with the same pink strobe. The film was expired Ektachrome in 220 format. I metered it at 100, camera Hasselblad again. And as far as I remember, I was shooting at very slow shutter speeds. Some of these images are slightly underexposed, but I think it works for this particular concept. And I cross-processed these images in ECN2 chemistry. That's why we see these a little bit muted tones. Share in the comments what is your 2023 photography project is about, if you have one. Thanks for watching this video and see you in another one.